Everyone, so in this session we are going to discuss the non-gonococcal urethritis, which can be asked as a short note, right? So non-gonococcal urethritis can be asked as a short note, and this is our video number 5 uh, in continuation of our lectures in urinary tract infection according to competency based medical education, right? So we have already enumerated all the organisms which are responsible for causing the non-gonococcal urethritis. See, the non-gonococcal urethritis we are going to discuss in two parts. In first part, we are going to discuss chlamydia. Now, chlamydia is itself a very important short note, and then we will be discussing other organisms in the subsequent videos. So let us now focus on chlamydia. Chlamydia is also known as energy parasite because it is an obligate intracellular parasite. ये सेल के अंदर ही रहना पसंद करता है. It is an obligate intracellular parasite. Okay. Why? Because it cannot synthesize its own energy. खुद की एनर्जी सिंथेसाइज नहीं कर पाता, और होस्ट सेल जब ATP प्रोड्यूस करता है then only the chlamydia is going to survive. Fine. So that is why it is called energy parasite. Now नेक्स्ट थिंग इज कल्चर और द लैब डायग्नोसिस. ठीक है, कल्चर में आप याद रखेंगे दैट वी आर यूजिंग द यॉर्कसैक कल्चर एंड द मैकॉन्की सेल लाइन्स. ठीक है, वी आर यूजिंग व्हाट, द यॉर्कसैक कल्चर एंड द मैकॉन्की सेल लाइन्स. Then if we discuss the whole this thing lab diagnosis at one place, remember that the stain which it is going to pick is the Giemsa stain. The culture media is York-Sack culture or McCloy cell lines. Then from the chlamydia trachomatis you are going to have two inclusions. One is your extracellular elementary bodies and other one is your intracellular reticulate bodies. Okay, so if this is a cell, you have E stands for elementary body, the extracellular elementary bodies, and then intracellular reticular bodies. Reticular means a meshwork like thing. Okay, so this you are going to see. Okay, इसके अलावा what more you are going to see in the lab diagnosis is, see, if it is a chlamydia trachomatis you are going to see HP bodies. Now what this HP body is Hallberg-Stadler Provazek bodies. Okay, Hallberg-Stadler Provazek bodies. If the chlamydia is causing lymphogranuloma venerum, you are going to see Miyagawa bodies. If this is chlamydia psittaci or chlamydia psittacosis, there you are going to see Leventhal Cole-Lilly bodies. Leventhal Cole-Lilly bodies. Okay, so in the lab diagnosis, in the lab diagnosis, if we revise whatever we have written, the very first thing which I have told you is the specimen collection. Now it depends which chlamydia is it, we will be discussing subsequently. After specimen, I have told you the staining method. Which staining method you have used? You have used the Giemsa stain. After Giemsa stain, you have the culture. Now you know that it is an obligate intracellular parasite, so no culture medium can be used. But yes, we can use McCloy cell lines. We can use York-Sack culture, right? What are the inclusion bodies which they are going to show? I told you extracellular elementary bodies and then intracellular reticulate bodies, and now it can be three. One is psittacosis, then you can see the Hallberg-Stadler Provazek bodies if this is psittacosis. If it is lymphogranuloma venerum, then it is going to show your Miyagawa bodies, and if it is a psittacosis, you are going to have Leventhal Cole-Lilly bodies. Okay, so if it is lymphogranuloma venerum, it is going to show Miyagawa bodies, and if it is a psittacosis, it is going to show Leventhal Cole-Lilly bodies. Then fifth is always RT-PCR, okay, and the serological tests which you are going to do. Okay, so this was about the lab diagnosis. And introduction, we have already written that it is an obligate intracellular parasite. It is also called one more Pullet antigen. Now, what is Pullet antigen? Pullet antigen is psittacosis, lymphogranuloma venerum, and trachoma. Psittacosis, lymphogranuloma venerum, and trachoma. This was about the introduction. Okay. Now, let us discuss what are the diseases or what are the clinical features each chlamydia is going to show. Now, because it is a Pullet antigen, Pullet means chlamydia psittacosis, psittaci. It is responsible for causing psittacosis, and many serotypes are responsible for causing same Pullet. Okay. L for lymphogranuloma venerum, that is caused by chlamydia trachomatis का L1, L2, L3. Chlamydia trachomatis का D2K जो serotypes होते हैं, that is responsible for causing genital chlamydiasis, inclusion conjunctivitis, infantile pneumonia, and swimming pool conjunctivitis. Now, how do I remember this? Just see. Genitals, so genital chlamydiasis. Okay. Then I remember one eye. आँख में होते हैं आंसू, आंसू बनाते हैं पूल, स्विमिंग पूल कंजक्टिवाइटिस. ओके. और यहाँ पर आपको इंक्लूजन बॉडीज दिखती हैं, तो इंक्लूजन कंजक्टिवाइटिस. और ये रोता हुआ कौन है? ये रोता हुआ बच्चा है, तो बच्चे में निमोनिया है, दैट इज इन्फेंटाइल निमोनिया. ओके. So genital chlamydiasis it can cause, then it can cause swimming pool conjunctivitis, it can cause inclusion conjunctivitis, and बच्चे में pneumonia. Okay, so like this. D2K, L1, L2, L3 lymphogranuloma venerum, and chlamydia trachomatis का ABBAC, that is responsible for causing trachoma. This is chlamydia trachomatis. One more is there, that is chlamydia pneumoniae, and chlamydia pneumoniae along with the chlamydophila pneumoniae, the chlamydia pneumoniae, these are same, that is responsible for causing acute respiratory distress syndrome and atypical pneumonia. Okay, so we have discussed the organisms, yes, and what, like chlamydia trachomatis A, B, A1, B, A and C, trachoma, L1, L2, L3 lymphogranuloma venerum, D2K responsible for causing chlamydiosis, then infantile pneumonia, conjunctivitis at the swimming pool or inclusion, then chlamydia pneumoniae responsible for causing atypical pneumonia or ARDS, then chlamydia psittaci responsible for causing psittacosis or parrot fever. Okay. Now chlamydia trachosis के अंदर स्पेशली आपको क्या याद रखना है? दिस इज़ वेरी वेरी मच इम्पॉर्टेंट. क्लमाइडिया ट्रैकोमैटिस ये आपको ABCDEF से याद रखना होता है. लिम्फोग्रेनुलोमा वेनेरम के अंदर जब आप पढ़ेंगे तो उसमें आपको ये सब याद रखना है. बट बिफोर दैट, इफ़ यू रिमेंबर द ऑर्गेनिजम्स कॉजिंग STDs, उसमें ही मैंने आपको बताया था रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर कॉजिंग नॉन गोनोकोकल यूरेथ्राइटिस एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर कॉजिंग पेल्विक इन्फ्लामेटरी डिजीज. थर्ड वन वॉज लिम्फोग्रेनुलोमा वेनेरम, और उसके क्लिनिकल फीचर्स होते हैं ABCDEF. A फॉर एसिम्टोमेटिक, B फॉर ब्यूबो, ब्यूबो मीन्स पेनफुल एनलार्ज्ड inguinal lymph nodes. C for caused by chlamydia trachomatis. D for drug is doxycycline. E for something known as esthiomine. Esthiomine is what, like for example, this is labia majora, labia minora. So this region is going to get swelled. So that is called esthiomine. And then you have Fry's test, which is positive. Okay, this was about the chlamydia trachomatis के clinical features. Fine. So we have discussed chlamydia actually, but then this is the perfect time to put them under headings. Chlamydia का introduction, Pullet antigen, obligate intracellular. Okay, then what are the I should say pathogenesis. तो अलग अलग serotypes हैं, मैंने जैसे आपको बताया A, B, BSC, L1, L2, L3, DK, right? What they are going to form, that comes under pathogenesis. Now what are the clinical features, means diseases, what they are causing. And if we focus on the trachomatis alone, so trachomatis alone के लिए मैंने आपको बताया that it is going to show you pelvic inflammatory disease, it is going to show you non-gonococcal urethritis, it is going to have lymphogranuloma venerum, and in lymphogranuloma venerum we have discussed A, B, C, D, E, F. A for asymptomatic, B bubo, C chlamydia, D doxycycline, E for esthiomine, and F for Fry's test. So this as a Fry's test is actually one of the another candidate for lab diagnosis. Okay, so pathogenesis हो गया, then clinical features हो गया, and then the lab diagnosis which we have already seen. Okay, right? So this was about the chlamydia. Fine. So thank you so much for joining us.